The video you're about to watch is a workshop I had the opportunity to speak at Polytechnic Negeri, Bali, where I talk about social media marketing. If you are a student or a business owner, I think you will find this especially helpful. Thank you again to the Polytechnic Negeri, Bali for the invitation, and I hope you enjoy it.
Mr. Nicola Boncinelli, an expert in digital marketing, brand communication, and content strategy. He holds a bachelor degree in marketing from University Degree Study in Milano Bicocca, Italy. And he is the founder of Backstage. Please welcome Mr. Nicola Boncinelli. Give applause, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, mister. Nice to meet you. Sit down, please. Okay. Without further delay, Mr. Nicola, time is yours.
First of all, I want to say this is not my job speaking, so it's pretty difficult to me. I hope you will be gentle, and I hope I will be able to share most of my knowledge with you today. If you have any question, I have been a student, I know how it is. Sometimes we don't ask questions because it's like, oh my God, I don't want to expose myself. You should do that, okay? You should ask questions if you have. Please do that, because in this, like, if you ask questions, I will be able to help you more. So, I want to start with a question, actually. Imagine you own this burger shop in Bali. How will you make sure it actually succeeds? By making the best burger, or by being the cheapest option? Or maybe by choosing the perfect location? Legendary copywriter Gary Albert said none of this is the best choice. He said the best thing you can have is an hungry audience ready to buy. So, how do you find this hungry audience? Answer is simple: through social media. That's the population that uses social media today. Almost 6 billion users and growing. Company also knows it. This is the total investment companies does in social media marketing. This is a projection by 2030. $500 billion evaluation. And so do creators, many creators, always one creator more every day. It's the trend is exponential. The creator economy goes global. Everybody now is a creator. If you have your phone, you can be a creator. But there is a big problem in all of this. The problem is that statistics shows that over 500 hours of video are uploaded on YouTube every single day. And the problem is that these 500 hours is more than what anyone can watch. So I want to imagine the social media marketing as a stadium. This was the stadium in 2012. There were lots of people watching because many people were using social media as a user, and like 22 people, the football players, creating content, right? So there were a lot of attention and many people getting the attention, right? Many small amount of creators. Today, in 2025, the stadium has become more like this. Everybody wants to be in the middle. Everybody wants to be in the center. Everybody wants to have the attention. But there is no more attention. That's not much people to watch. I mean, there is a lot of people, but 500 hours per day, that's not an amount that people can watch, you know? And that's only on YouTube. Imagine Instagram, TikTok. So everybody talks, but no one hears. The role of social media marketer today is to be able to get the attention of the no one that's here, right? So how do we stand out? How do we as social media marketer do our job good, get the attention from people and get them to buy? That's what this is all about, right? How do we get people to watch? How do we get people to be interested? How do we get people to buy? If we are going to work with companies or if we are create our own one, we want to get the attention and make people to buy. That's the whole thing as social media marketing. And that's what we're going to try to solve today. I'm going to talk about my experience. No rules are static. No rules are, it is what it is. You can change, you can be creative, but that's my guidelines. So you can get my guidelines, ask questions, and get my experience to try to solve this problem in you, with your end, because ultimately you will do it yourself. So let's start with the last one. How do we get people to buy? Because if we get the attention, but people are only giving attention but not buying, that's a problem, right? We don't want that. So how do we get people to buy? By getting chosen more often. That's a story of yesterday. I was with Berlin, my girlfriend, and I was hungry. We were like, okay, where do we want to eat? And there were many locals, many restaurants on the street. At the same time, no one was cutting our attention. But then it came this one. This is a very good restaurant we came yesterday. It was very loud, live music, live sports, very full of people. It definitely caught our attention. And we went there, we ate there, and we were happy to spend our money there. But why? Because as I said, it was full of people. That was a proof of work. If there is a lot of people, that means probably the food is good, right? There was live music, so it was funnier. We wanted to enjoy our night. It was live sports on TV screens, so funnier. And then a good design and smiling waiters. That's again a proof of work. If there are good design, it may be good, safe to eat. I'm gonna avoid Bali belly, and I'm gonna eat good. So better offer. The first thing we want to focus on when we do marketing for companies is to make sure the company has a great offer in the first place. Because if it has not a great offer, then our job is so difficult. How can we promote something that's bad? So how I think about offers, ideal outcome this is an equation, right? The more I increase the numbers, hypothetical numbers on the upper side, and the more I decrease the hypothetical numbers on the lower side, the more I create an offer that's valuable, the more it's easier for me to market it. So on the upper side, I want to have an ideal outcome. The ideal outcome for us yesterday was eating good. Then I want to increase the perception of the likelihood of achievement. So how it is probable for me to reach the ideal outcome. So yeah, I want to eat good. How do I increase the perception of people wanting to eat good? For me, it was like a good design. It's probable good. There is full of people. Let's increase my perception of the likelihood of achievement, right? And then I want to achieve my ideal outcome as fast as I can. So I want to decrease the time to get it and without pain and sacrifice. So for the restaurant, I want to have a good meal. I want to have it for sure. I want to have it fast. And I don't want to do something about it. I want to pay less. I don't want to pay much. I want to I don't want to cook myself, of course. I want to have it like already prepared. Eat good, for sure. Fast, doesn't cost much. Who is this? McDonald's. Right? Really good offer. I eat good. We can talk about that, but mainly, for sure, I trust the brand. Fast, it's really fast and doesn't cost much. 4 steps to create a good offer. Define the who, the target. Is it tourist or is it locals? Or is it both? Are they young or are they old? What are their interests? What are their problems? What are their pains? Right? We want to define the who really good. Then define the what, the outcome. eating good for the restaurant, right? Then we want to define the when, the time frame, and then the how, unique method. So based on these things, like let me give you an example. This is Starbucks, multi-billion-dollar company, right? Very good at marketing. Starbucks has a pretty good offer. They sell coffee. They sell a commodity. It's really hard to sell coffee. It's really hard to sell commodities in general. So they need to have a really good offer, right? And they need to decide who's the who. 1840, mainly busy workers. They need to define the what, the outcome, and the what they do. They sell the premium coffee, the good experience drinking coffee, the when in a few minutes, and how. Starbucks has a good how. Customize. What's your name? Customize. Every cup of coffee of Starbucks is customized, right? You can customize whatever you want. And then the what's your name? They always ask what's your name to write it on the cup. That's what everyone copied from Starbucks. Really viral marketing. And that's the how, the unique method they do it. People enjoy to have their name on the cup. And that's why what they value then. So how do we get people to buy? But by creating good offers. Yes, partially. Actually, we want to get people to watch and be interested in our offer, otherwise they won't buy, right? How do we do that? How do we get people to watch and to be interested in our contents? That's what when writings goes in. I'm a writer. I came from a copywriting background. Every content is made of words. When we think about videos are like an aggregate of images, more or so, but every video has words. So we want to get our hands on the words because words are what makes great content great. And this is the open loop. This is what I do with my clients a lot, and I teach a lot to them. You want to create this gap between expectations and reality. So when you create a good content, you try to get people interested in something by promising something else, right? By creating some kind of expectation to them, right? As soon as you create the expectation, then people will watch your content and will engage with it because there is some kind of promise that's going on, right? So you want to use the open loop. Every time you create content, you need to have something to offer, something to promise to your audience that they will be interested in. If you don't have this open loop, if people don't have expectations when they meet your content, then your content will not work. And to do that, you want to use this framework. This is a really good framework. I cannot stress enough how important is this. It's called Hook, Retain, Reward. And this is how I see content every time. You want to have some hook, some kind of attention grabber, right? You want to have some attention grabber that's gonna stop the scroll. That's the first thing when people interact on social media. Then you want to have some kind of retain, some things that people continuously to watch. And then you want to have some kind of reward. The reward is the thing that people expected, right? That's the thing. For example, we created this video, and now you don't see, but has gone viral in Italy. We were promoting this business about sushi, this sushi restaurant. And this video was like, here is the spring rolls. Now I show you how I do it. The hook was spring rolls. Now I show you how I do it. The retain was him doing it, okay? People wanted to watch. People wanted to watch how a spring roll is done, if the hook worked, of course. People wanted, as I said, to watch the spring rolls being made, and then the reward is the spring rolls done. We want to create expectations, and we want to open loops by using hook, retain, reward structures to get people to watch and be interested in our contents. That's the thing, the whole thing. And if you look at contents like this, you see it with another perspective. You know, more looking for trends and looking for, oh my God, how do I get viral? You look for good structures. So my exercise with you is, first, 3 types of hooks that I use, because by the way, hooks is the most important things of content. You want to have great hooks. If people don't get interested here, they won't be reaching here, right? They won't be reaching the reward. So you want to get people interested here. How you do that? 3 types of hooks that I use the most with my client. If you are who and want what, then watch this. Very quick. 3 to 5 seconds, no more. If you are who, target audience, target you defined in the offer, right? And want what? Ideal outcome, then watch this. This is called market call out. This is a hook I really use with my clients in different niches. Question base, did you know? Interesting fact. This is another interesting hook. People love questions, at least question that's what works, that's got people interested. That's why I started a presentation with questions, if you remember. And then challenge based. This is a Mr. Beast hook. I watched some videos of him. He's a famous YouTuber and really, really good. He's like, let's make a cake in a race car. Challenge. People will watch because they want to see how the challenge is done. Visuals are a big part of hooks. Make sure to note it if it's present. You want to have visuals, of course, because we're talking about videos. Videos are one of the most most present format in all the social media platform we use the most. Recap of this whole workshop: why the content economy is changing and making content is not easy as it was, how to create irresistible offer that make people wanting to buy, and how to write content that stand out and get people to buy again. This is what we have seen. Thank you for your attention again. If you want to connect with me, there is my contacts.
Thank you so much, Mr. Nicola Boncinelli, for the great presentation. Yeah, very insightful.